Hello, I'm Ms Zorab and this is Byther Farm, and today I'm back out in the new vegetable garden. I have been working quite hard out here today, and so a couple of days ago I managed to get down the first pathway and then a wider pathway to cover over a very weedy area more than anything. And since then I have managed to put in the next row of pathway, and in this bed I had already planted some onions. I've got 3 rows of autumn planted onions. Now I need to sort out the weeds at that end and at that end, but I have at least got this marked out. And the other thing I've done, which I'm really pleased about, is to get all the edges are now pinned down so that if we get our usual very gusty, blustery days, this won't blow away everywhere. It's now firmly held into place. The other thing I did this morning was to plant a row of strawberry plants in here. Now, I ordered these in autumn and they've just been held waiting for me to get them into the ground. So those are now in, and they're in the centre of this row. My thinking is that after they've fruited, I will also be able to plant possibly some leeks each side of them, which won't interfere with them during the autumn and winter. And if I don't get leeks, I could get something like spinach or something like that, some other crop interplanted with them. So I'm quite excited about that. And likewise, I don't know why when I planted these onions, I've actually planted them quite far apart. So there's room for a row of crops in between, so I could put swede in, or I could put salad crops in. It does feel like it's starting to come together a little bit today. Some days I can work almost the whole day and it doesn't feel like I've got very far, whereas the work I'm doing here, it has quite a big visual impact, and that makes it really satisfying. So the next bed here is where I have got the ground is absolutely great for quite a width, and I'm still toying with whether I put a pathway down the middle of this or just have a really wide bed. I think it would make sense to have maybe just a narrow path down the middle, so I get maximum growing space where the ground is really good, and then have a normal pathway on that side. But if I want to get this done before the sun goes down and it starts getting really cold, I need to just get on with it. I'm just creating a really narrow path here. It's about wide enough for me to walk up and down, but that's so I can maximise this ground. If I had it double width, I would be covering up quite a lot of the good soil. So I've got my pins, and I will just get this pinned into place, and then I can hoe off, hopefully, the weeds here, and the soil underneath will be really good. Alternatively, I'll be back out with the cardboard and the bags from the chicken feed and get this covered over with a mulch over the top of it. I'm really pleased to have got this far with getting this done. I bought 100 pins for the plastic, but obviously doing 4 lengths, that's used up quite a lot of them already. because I'm trying to be careful that the plastic isn't going to get picked up by the wind and blown around everywhere. Maybe I've been over generous with them, I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to have to get some more of these before I do any more. But that's okay, because I have this area and I can start with the next one to get the bags and the cardboard on. I did think about hoeing it, but I think particularly here the grass has got hold quite well, so I think it's a layer and some mulch, and we'll go for those no dig beds. I don't think it will need to be a terribly thick layer of mulch, certainly not as much as I did over on that bed, but maybe just 2 inches I think will be adequate. I am really excited to get going with this. It's nice that we've got a bit of dry weather at the moment. I can get this done and prepared and ready for the plants, which won't be going in for another few weeks yet. So I know I got the strawberries in, but I had those and they were desperate to get into the ground. And I do have some yellow raspberries that I want to bring over in this direction, but maybe not here. I'll have a think about it. And so, wherever you are in the world and whatever you've got planned for today, I hope it's a good one. And I also hope you'll join me again next time.